obviously been a challenging few years. Around the world, you've had COVID, you've now got high interest rates, inflation, softer consumer demand. So it's been tough for all businesses, but particularly for SMEs that don't necessarily have the resources of big companies.
Yep.
So your observations, I'll be interested in businesses that have been successful and businesses that haven't thrived through that period. What do you think have been some of the characteristics of those that have thrived and those that haven't thrived?
Look, we've got bankers in the room who have probably cradled customers through some of the most horrific times and some of the most amazing times in the last 3 years. Sort of it started coming on in February of 2020, and then by March, I think we'd lost 900,000 jobs in a month in Australia. And I said to the team, I have no idea what's coming next. So let's just work on one very simple thought, that a good business before COVID will be a good business after, and will support them. And it worked out to be absolutely brilliant, because pretty much all the businesses that came through COVID and got supported came out the back end in pretty good shape. To the extent, Anthony, and this is where I think the industry's so wonderful, because we did do the support as an entire industry. It wasn't just us, it was everybody. I think what's happening at the moment, it's getting tighter. It is actually getting tighter. It has to get tighter to get inflation down. But I truly believe good businesses are going to flourish again, and they're doing very well. I think in banking, the industry here is in really good shape. But the banks are really well capitalised, good liquidity. We've got really good regulators. And I think as long as we all stay very focused on customers and their needs, and having the tough decisions when there's a problem, not shirking away from it, this industry will go from strength to strength. There's resilience in this economy that you're not seeing in other economies around the world. This is the luckiest country in the world, but I think the Australian economy is in pretty good shape, but it has to slow down. And therefore it feels more crunchy, it feels harder, and individuals are struggling with interest rates up, cost of living's up, everything's up. And we just got to sort of get them through, because in another 9 months, I think this economy will kick again.
Ross, we're all here tonight because your bank and the other banks represented in the room backed this idea of the Australian Business Growth Fund. What inspired you to support it? And why did you think it was a good idea?
We saw it as a real opportunity for businesses that were on their way to get good levels of capital, but more importantly, real support, not just money, because I reckon you can find the money. It's the real support and the expertise that comes with it that is what most small, medium businesses are looking for. And sometimes they do need just that level of equity, but they want to hold on to their business and their dreams for these businesses. And I think there's a great purpose here for private equity investment with people who have soft hands and gloves that actually help businesses move. And it's a great cause and a great business cause. And I think one of the things on these is that both the banker and the customer will learn a heap by bringing them in and just having a conversation. And they may learn they don't need any capital. That's fine. They may realise that they actually aren't ready for capital. They might realise that actually debt will fix it up, but that's okay, and wait for a couple of years to get capital. But the conversation will, I think, be great for the customer and the banker will learn a lot as well with every customer. And you become the hero with the customer.